So, what's up, people? Welcome to another video on my channel. Today we are doing a voiceover. I thought it was easier to do a voiceover on this game, since it's kind of, you can do certain, like clip certain things and talk about it, but since I want to give an overall impression of this game, I try to do, I'm going to do this instead. And overall, I played Borderlands 4, as you see, and it's a pretty quirky, kind of goofy game in that sense. They released it one day. Now when I drop this video, it's going to be a couple of days, maybe 4 days ago. And there is some good parts with the game and some bad parts with the game. Overall, it's a good vibe, I would say. It has kept some of the original stuff, like the comedy is more interesting, the story is more interesting in that sense than the last Borderlands was. And the combat is smooth. It's a weird feeling with the combat in this game this time around, I think. A lot of people I've seen in videos talk about the game have said that the combat is faster. I can't really agree that it's faster. The shooting is not faster in my opinion. It's actually a bit slower in that sense. On the other hand, the shooting is more finessed. So in that sense, like, the enemies is more fun. It takes a little bit more to kill the enemies, and I'm not even running this on hard when I do this video. I'm actually running this on normal. Just for a chill playthrough, and or for a chill play in general when I play. So if you're running this on hard, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, and I think that's a good thing. It makes enemy fights more interesting, and it keeps it fresh, so to say, even if you're doing the same missions. This is just in the beginning. I explored a part of the map. The whole game is like an open world in one sense. I think in the end you can explore basically a couple of big places, and then it's like split it up in different areas. There is fast travel in this game, so you can fast travel between like the different places. You can also go, as you will see in this video, with like a hovercraft that you can take, basically a little bit of a Destiny vibe, First Descendant vibes if you play that game. And I think it's a good combination. The enemies is also a bit evolved, in my opinion. It's not the same enemies as you would expect of a Borderlands. They hyped it up a little bit, and flying enemies in my book makes the game a lot more fun. I don't know, I think they had like flying birds and stuff like that's still in the game like they had before. I just feel the enemies is somewhat evolved from previous titles, and it makes it more charming, a little bit more... Yeah, you have to combine in a certain way as well, so... we can talk a little bit about the HUD, the sound and the graphics. Like the HUD, as you can see here, is kind of chill. I feel it's a slower system than before, but the over layout of it is much better. Like, you can feel it's the next generation of Borderlands, if you want to call it that. It's more neat, it's more nice, but is it more effective? I don't know. I doubt it's more effective than the older system in that sense. But it fills its purpose, and you can see a lot more about different things, I think, on the guns, and in general. It's easier to just drop guns you don't like and compare with it in that sense. So I think it's a much better in that sense. You see more. Graphic wise, I think it's a good looking game. I think you need a pretty good rig to run it though. The thing with this game is some areas seem very optimized and some doesn't seem as optimized. I didn't though have the new drivers when I played this the first time. I'm running it on a 570 Ti and 9800. 9800 X3D setup with 32 RAM. And I thought it was running good for me. I'm not gonna play, actually streamed and played at the same time and recorded, and still it was doing good. So in that sense, if I weren't streaming or something, it would have been a lot more in performance. But overall, I can't complain about the performance, and it should run good on a very good new computer, good computer. So, but I'm recommending you have a pretty good rig for it, though. For sure. I think the 3060 was like the minimum requirement you need. So you might want to go for that when it comes to the game. Also, what more in the game? Flying, you can go around this open world. I think this is kind of the dream kind of Borderlands, because you can go around the world pretty much how you want and stuff, and that's what somewhat Borderlands always was missing in my sense. Now you're in your own Borderlands universe with pretty cool enemies you can kill again and stuff like that, animals, whatever, and yeah, so that's probably somebody in Borderlands fan always wished for, that I had an open world like this to play around with. Will it get stiff in the end? Boring? Yeah, of course, everything gets boring if you play it for... After a while, everything gets repetitive. That's the nature of life in general. Everything is repetitive in life as well, sooner or later. So, I mean, that's no exception with the game, but is it worth the 70 euro buck right now? I think it's worth. If you're a Borderlands fan, it's definitely worth it. If you just see it as a casual game that you are not into Borderlands before, I wouldn't spend 70 euro on it. I would easily wait maybe until a sale, half a sale. I mean, then it's a super bargain if it's on half price. So that's my opinion on the price as well. But yeah, I think it's enough improved for the... Because it is a price increase in general, if you want to look at it that way. The last Borderlands cost like 40, 50 something, I think. So it's like 15 euro more. But since you have an open world, this seems to be a big game. I was level 11 here, or 10 I think it was. Can't even see which level I am, but yeah, I was something like this when I recorded the video. And that was like yesterday, so... So I think the level wise goes pretty slow, but it's so enjoyable, so you don't really feel it's that slow in general as well. And the guns, we can talk about the guns. It's a very good and fun guns in this game. Like they went the extra way to put the guns feel unique, and the sound and everything, that's spot on. Like the shooting in that sense is spot on in my opinion. The sound, the feeling when you shoot, when you hit those headshots, when you get the elemental effects, that's perfect. Like they nailed that. The fastness of the shooting, I don't know if they nailed that. I don't think it's faster than any before Borderlands I've seen. It's just that you can dodge and stuff backwards, you can dash, slide. But does it add that much fastness to it? I don't think so. I don't think so. That in my opinion is different than other people saying this game is so much faster than before. I don't see it. So that's my opinion. But the guns they nailed, like the loot they nailed, and everything, that is so much nice. Like, and the world, I must say, look super nice in some areas. I can sense in some areas it doesn't really. It is a cartoonish game, so it would never look like a modern shooter with the graphic all ultra hardcore like that. But overall, I think the graphics is good enough, and it looks good on a really good rig. It looks great. But is it like wow feeling when you look at the graphics? Maybe not. Maybe not. It's the overall package that makes it feel much more than it is. Like with the environment and everything, that's what makes it the whole package. So it doesn't really matter. Graphics is not super important in the end. It's the complete package that is the most important thing. But now I'm being like a bit picky because the game looks good and it looks good. So take it for what it is. I'm just used playing stuff on very, very insane graphics, and that's why that can be like comparing to it. And it's still a cartoonish. And the enemies you can see here as well is kind of different. They are fun, they are exploring, and you get to play a certain way, so I enjoy that. But that I think wraps up my first like level 11 thing in that sense. And you can think that you have all these kind of what do you call them? The heroes. I can't remember what you call them in Borderlands. The villains, or the ones you play. There's many different there as well, and they feel alright, everything about them, so yeah. And also, you can customize your weapon with camos and everything, so there's a lot of customization options that you can unlock in the game as well. So I think that wraps it up. Hope you enjoyed this. Drop a sub, a member if you liked the video. Now I will stop talking and you will enjoy the rest of the video. And drop a sub, like, become a member. See you in the next one and enjoy the rest of the video. Peace out.
Free and stuff.
Human, so I might look upon the face of our champion.
That's what happens. Time to explode. voice you?
Does my